everyone. Just gonna give it a minute. Like usually, every live I like to give it like a minute just for the notifications to go out, and yeah, just let some people chime in. I'm going live a little earlier. I wanted to go live tomorrow, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to go live tomorrow, so I'm able to go live today, so might as well knock it out today. Today should be a good one. I'm trying something out different. I'm trying something different out today. I don't know. We're gonna be trying to engage with the viewers today, so that should be fun. Almost at that minute. Just give it a minute. All right. So, what is up, everyone, and welcome to my YouTube live. Doing another one this week. It should be a good one. I'm excited for it. I look forward to these lives all the time. It's like, I don't know. So far, it's been really I've been really enjoying them. So yeah, we're gonna get to it. Today's live is gonna be a little different. I am gonna do like a segment for I don't know how much time. It's my first live that I'm ever doing something like this, so I don't know if it's only gonna be for like, you know, maybe 10 minutes or something, but I want a segment where I want to dedicate where the viewers, you guys, are going to be telling me your guys' setup, and and I'll try to guess what your wheel horsepower is. So it should be fun. It should be a lot of fun today, so I'm looking forward to that. But before we get to that segment, I want to recap, you know, this past week's video, and other talking points that I have that I want to address with you guys. So, but yeah, should be exciting. If you guys are in the live, feel free to drop a like for the live. This week's goal is going to be the same as last week's, 15 likes. I'm trying to get there. I don't think last week's live got there. If it did, it got there through the replays, but not through the actual live where you viewers are here. So it's pretty good. I already see we're up to 2 likes, which is good. I appreciate everyone that's liking the live. So let's get started with recapping last week's video. I guess I was feeling like a hater, guys. I dropped the video last week on 5 things that I hated on the Honda Grom, which I think they were fair talking points on there. So yeah, Vandy Manatu, what's up, Big J? What's up, man? I hope you guys are enjoying the live. It's not on Friday, but we're doing it on Thursday, so it should still be good, just not Friday. I don't think I'm gonna have time tomorrow, so I'm knocking it out today. But still, should be fun. As you guys have seen in the title, I am gonna have a segment on my live today where I'm gonna be guessing your guys' wheel horsepower and doing my best to get as close as I can to it. So, looking Azad Kumar, yo, what up? Emrick Road, waving back at you, buddy. Mad Knight, yo, what's up, man? So yeah, like I was saying, I guess I was feeling like a hater last week. I dropped the top 5 things I hate about the Honda Grom, and I think they were fair talking points. I honestly didn't include one that I've already addressed like a ton, and that's the false neutral that motorcycle has, because it's really annoying. But I don't know, I've talked about it a lot. I feel like, you know, if you've seen one of my videos, you've probably heard me talk about it. So yeah, that video, it's been doing okay. I think it was like at over 600 views. I think over time it'll get more views, but I don't know. I was actually really happy with how that video came out. It was a short video, but hey, it's still a video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Donald, what's up, Donald? Hey, I think I remember you. I'm pretty sure I remember you. Zayden FF, yo, and Mad Knight, you do motorcycles only? Nope. I do mostly cars, but I mainly do Hondas. So yeah, if there's a thing that I really like, or maybe Hondas. So yeah. So that video I did last week was good. I also dropped a clip of how much how much it costs to fill up the Grom, because I figured you guys would like to know. And that's with California gas prices, guys. So not even $5 to fill up the Grom, and you guys saw I topped it off. So keep that in mind. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan. I know, man, tragic. I got pretty sad, and then we also lost Ozzy Osbourne this week, so not a good week, guys. But you know, they were some pretty good people, and you know, I enjoyed watching them and listening to Ozzy Osbourne's music a lot. So you know, they're in a better place now, and you know, wish them and their families the best. Pickle Rick, yeah, all in queue 1 week. I know it sucks, but I don't know. I'll be bumping some Ozzy Osbourne, and I'll be checking out some of the WWF clips from Hulk Hogan later tonight, and in order to remember them. If you could have one car in the whole world besides Honda, what car would it be? Ooh, somebody asked me that, I think a couple of lives ago, and I think I'm gonna stick to that. It's gonna be the R35, man. I've been such a big fan of that car ever since it came out. I was in high school when they announced they were gonna bring back at the time they said that they were gonna bring back the Skyline. That's what everyone was talking about. Oh, they're gonna bring back the Skyline. But what they ended up bringing out was the G35, which I'm sure a lot of you guys know what the G35 is. And some of them were released as Skylines. I don't know if you guys know that, but you'll see, I still see them here and there where they'll have an emblem as a Skyline. So yeah, but my favorite car has always been an R35. Unfortunately, they stopped making them, so hopefully I can snag one up. But we'll see. But yeah, that's always been my favorite car. I've been a low-key Nissan guy because I like a lot of the Nissans. I like the 350, 370s, the G35s. I like them. So I am a retired wrestler seeing you for the first time. That's cool, man. Like WWE wrestling or like an actual wrestler. What car is your favorite to work on? Any K series or B series or D series. They're all very similar, very easy cars to work on. So you know, plenty of space to get in there. You're not really cramped up. Bro, do you have an Instagram? Yes, I do have an Instagram, guys. I don't really push it because I don't really like do much on there. Every now and then I'll post stories, but yeah, it's the same as my YouTube, shift_1320. So feel free to check it out. DM me if you guys got any questions on my YouTube channel or anything, or maybe push me on there so maybe I can push Instagram. But I don't know, I just never been a big fan of Instagram. Have you seen a good movie lately? No, but I do want to go see the Superman movie. So I might check that out this weekend, actually. Yes, WWE. That's awesome, man. I went to a Monday Night Raw last year. It was a really good show, and like they know how to put on a good show. The arena was full. It was a good show, and they brought out a local from that area, so everybody was hyped when he showed up. The arena was going crazy. How do you feel about Cadillac? They're nice. They're nice and luxurious cars. For like an American company, I think they're really nice. They do really good with like details and stuff on their cars. Like whenever I see a Cadillac, doesn't matter how old a Cadillac is, it doesn't feel as old as it actually is. So yeah, 2021 Civic EX 1.5 turbo with a variable tune PRL intake muffler and res delete. How much horsepower? So you have a variable tune, PRL intake, and a muffler and a resonator delete. I'm gonna guess 190 to the wheels. So let me know. Because that well, actually no, I was thinking it's an SI. It's actually an EX. Oh, that's a good one. I'm gonna drop it down to 170. Let me know if I'm right, because yeah, I'm not too sure. So for this week's video, I'm thinking about, I want to do a night ride, guys. I want to do a night ride on the Grom, because riding it at night, it's a lot of fun. But check it out, guys. You guys don't know this. The headlight on the Grom, it's not that good. You can't really see at night, man. Like it's Slow FK7 more than 170 to the wheels. Dang. All right. Am I like within 5 to 10? Because I don't think it's over 190. But let me know. Is it 190? I will put a good car on SI. So you'll be an SI, like a stock SI, or an SI with at least an intake and exhaust, no tune. Let me know, because I am curious. I didn't think anybody would ask me on like a regular EX. I was over here thinking like it's probably gonna be SIs, or you know, B series, D series, K series, J series, stuff like that. But it's interesting that you're actually making that much on an EX, because I don't really know too much about that car. Because you know, people don't usually modify like the EX. They usually go for the SI and then they'll move up to the Type R. But yeah, I went H22 F23, but in hindsight should have went K. Fun Civic though. The H22, man, I actually just saw a Prelude when I was coming into to get something to eat. I saw a Prelude and it just reminded me of how nice that car is, and how people don't really, like, you don't really see those a lot. You'll see like the 8th gen SIs, you'll see like the old school Integras, you'll see those cars a lot more, but you won't really see the Prelude, which I don't know. I think the Prelude is like a nice looking car. I think it's like well over its let me know if the audio got ruined. I turned up the AC, guys. Let me know. Yeah, you don't really see Preludes, and they're actually pretty quick. I think the H22s were making like 200 horsepower, which at its time it was a respectable amount. So yeah, so I've been thinking about doing a night ride on the Grom, guys, and I don't know, but I was looking at some videos on the Tesla diner, and it's 24/7. I was thinking I might do a night ride and go to the Tesla diner and check it out. I'm only like 30 minutes away, and if I go at night, I'll probably be there in a shorter amount of time. So I don't know, either that or I might just go do a night ride somewhere else. But I like doing night rides, getting out at night, riding your motorcycle. It's really fun, and it's something cool to do. Let me see. I had a fully built 1.5 turbo L15 B7 manual transmission, made about 410. Did you have like an upgraded turbo to make that? Oh my god. I don't know. I haven't ran a tuned SI, but tuned brings my PSI to around 24 PSI-ish in third level. Well, if you haven't ran a tuned SI, because I'm over here thinking that a stock SI, like a 10 gen and up SI, is, I mean, they're rated for like, I think 200, but I'm gonna go ahead and say they're actually probably putting down maybe close to like 180, and that's, you're talking about like a factory freak right there. And I always think that's a funny term, but people actually call them factory freaks. But I think it's actually making like 180 to the wheels, so you're probably like around there, around 170 to 180, maybe like on a 185 on like a nice cool morning. I just bought a Grom 25 Grom. They are so fun, dude. That's awesome, man. I hope you like it. Like I'm not playing it up for any like videos or stuff, but that Grom is fun. Like whenever I get on there, like it's not too serious. Like people aren't gonna be like, oh, look, like, you know, this guy, he thinks he's a MotoGP driver or something. But like just to drive around town, like I've explored so much in my hometown that I had never been out there exploring. Just because I have a Grom, and then like I'll drive it around and I'll see like this little entry that I've never been in, and I'll just drive in there, check it out, and then leave. And it's usually pretty fun. Like I'm usually always smiling when I'm inside it. Had an FK7 and now an FC2 SI. My account is private, like my Instagram account. I don't think so. It should be. It shouldn't be, anyways. The 410 was my manual FK7. Oh, okay. Only wrong with H22 is the form cylinders. I know, like a lot of people don't like to modify them, but I'm talking about 200 horsepower for back in the day, like the early 2000s. That was unheard of until like the K series came out and the S2000 came out. Those cars were the ones that had like the 200 horsepower, and they were putting down like good numbers and stuff. Like but that was like kind of like the mid 2000s. But early 2000s, like if you had a Prelude, and you were one of the fastest guys in the Honda scene, at least back then. I don't know how to say your name. It's Yajit Dogan. What's up? Monty is live. Hello. Grab the camera for Lamar Jackson and it got you. I do it twice just to give you options. But yeah, I do think that I want to do a night ride this week. So I need to figure out where I'm going to go. If I'm going to go to the Tesla diner, I don't know if I'll go there. I mean, I'm not, like, I did think about getting a Tesla last year. Like, I really thought about it, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready to do that, like, especially now where I don't really drive that much, like, at least for personal use. Like I'm not really driving far like I used to. My job is super close, so I drive maybe less than 5 miles a day. So yeah, it wouldn't benefit me in any way to get a Tesla now, so not doing that. So yeah, I think we're gonna be starting the segment on guessing you guys' wheel horsepower in about 10 minutes. We'll go in 10 minutes. Actually, we'll start it at 12:30. So it's 12:30 Pacific. So in like around 15-16 minutes, we'll start it. You guys can start dropping. So I'm gonna need your guys's, like, what engine it is, and if it's tuned, what mods do you have. Like, if you guys give me as much information as you guys can, like, because like an eBay header is a lot different than like an actual, like, say like a Skunk 2 Alpha header. Like, you're gonna make more power with the Skunk 2. So keep that in mind, guys. Like, I'm trying to do my best, like, to be as accurate as I can. If you guys are running E85 or an ethanol mix, or if you guys are running meth, then let me know. But let me know, because I'm excited. I've been thinking about this all week. I've been, like, researching and stuff, just so I can be as close as I can to it. And the rules I'm gonna set is it's gonna be within 5 horsepower. So if I'm within there, I'm gonna consider that I was right. So, and if I'm right and you guys want to help me out, feel free to leave a like on the live. So I appreciate it. So just want to remind you guys, likes go a long way. We're already at 10 likes. That's awesome. Because my goal for this live was to hit 15, and we're almost there, and we're barely 17 minutes in. So wait, bro, I just searched Bullies live and your live was on the first. Oh man, I don't know why. I don't really, like, bully anybody. So oh well, not sure why that came up, but I wish I got notifications when you went live, man. Yeah, YouTube's not really that great. I usually say I schedule them on my YouTube channel, so you can always go on my YouTube channel and it'll be one of the first things that comes up is, like, my schedule live and when I'm gonna go live. I go live once a week, and I'm trying to do more things to engage with you guys. Like this week, I'm gonna be guessing your guys' wheel horsepower. Next week, I don't know. I'm gonna think of something just as fun, if not more fun. But so that's all I can say. You know, just like and subscribe, turn notifications on. But even when people do that, they don't always get notified. Call 911 and say slap my get. Did I say that right, guys? I've always wondered if that's how you're supposed to say it. I'm not too sure. DJ, okay, so I haven't missed one. I was here last week. I know you were. I don't do it every day, man. I don't really have that many things to talk about, at least not now. So maybe I do want to do, like, another live. Maybe like 2 lives a week. I feel that would be fun, just because there's so much fun, man. Like, coming on here and talking with you guys and engaging with you guys, it's fun. But I want to come on here and have something to, you know, talk with you guys about. Ranger YouTube or YT. Can you harm Diddy? I don't know. Is Diddy out? I thought he got out. Everyone's saying that he's gonna get out, but I don't know. I'm not gonna engage on the Diddy talk. I don't know what you guys are, but yeah. So I think this week is gonna be a night ride video, guys. So be on the lookout for that. I'm not sure when I'm gonna film it. If it's gonna be Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. I know Saturday I'm gonna be super busy, so Probably Friday. I'm gonna shoot for Friday night. That MF ain't getting out. Hey, be surprised, because the U.S. law is a little. It's innocent until proven guilty. So remember that, guys. If you guys ever get in trouble, you are innocent until proven guilty. Don't snitch on yourself. Don't do that. Not right now, at least. I haven't really been keeping up too much with it, so I can't tell you anything. But all right, Daniel Christie with the 2002 S2000 with the 70mm NVIDIA test pipe and a Nitrous Express kit with the 75 shot no tune. Ooh, no tune on this nitrous. I like that. You like to take some risks, because my RSX, when I first got it, I was basically running the same thing, 75 shot no tune. So just praying to God that there was enough fuel in there. If I had to guess, a 70mm test pipe and a nitrous. So if that's all you have, if you don't have any intake or anything, you just drill that thing straight into the airbox. I'm gonna say maybe like 250 to the wheels, man. Because the thing about nitrous is that there's so many variables. What a lot of things can matter is if it's how your bottle is leaned. So ideally, you want to have your bottle leaned a little bit. You don't want to have it laying flat or standing up. And also another variable is the heat. Like, unless you went and you bought one of those nice Nitrous Express heater blankets and have that all set up, or unless you're doing it the way I used to do it with the torch, or if you guys want a safer way to do this, and I've never seen anybody do it, is I go to my sink, I turn the hot water on, and then I wait till like the steam starts to come out of the water, and then I'll put my nitrous bottle into the sink, and then I'll just move it around. And I bought like one of those cheap like lasers to check the temp, and I'll check the temperature on it, and it raises the temperature up a lot faster than the torch ever did. So shout out. Hopefully you know that, but if you don't, try that method out, man. It's a lot faster, and I think it's a lot safer, because what if your bottle has a leak, or maybe it's a weak point, and then you hit the torch on there, boom. It might not explode, but the bottle might take off, and that's another thing you don't want. Like, nitrous won't explode, but if there's a hole in it and all that pressure gets released at once, it's gonna hurt. Hopefully it doesn't happen to anybody, but it could happen, and it has happened. Let's see. So Daniel, let me know, was I right? 250? Have you put it on the dyno? Let me know. Dire Mood, you look like my husband's boyfriend. Well, yo, chill. Ranger, what's the legal age to drive in USA? 16. Well, it's actually 15 and a half. At 15 and a half, you get your permit. And at 16, you're able to drive, but it does come with like rules. You can drive at 16, but you can only drive alone or with somebody who's 18 and older. You can't drive with other like 16-year-olds. DJ, charges got dropped, but he's still facing 20 years for other charges. You know what? That guy is a woman beater. Like, that video that came out of him beating that girl, that's crazy. What do you think about the 350Z? I like them, man. I like them. I like them. I never got one personally, just because they're two-seaters, and two-seaters for me personally, no. I know the RSX, the rear seats are basically useless, but it's nice to have them. Like, you can always throw things back there. Like, it's extra space. Ran the Mustang dyno a week ago, 301 wheel horsepower, and that's all you have? A test pipe and a 75 shot? Tell me what are those things called? Tell me what numbers on the jets are, because it might be higher than the 75 shot if you're putting that much, because 75 shot basically means 75 horsepower. So if you're making 301 on a car that's stock rated for 200, yeah, something's not right. Rest in peace, Ozzy and Hulk Hogan. I know, guys. I was actually a big Ozzy fan. Like, I started listening to Ozzy Osbourne when I was in high school. and never stopped. So to this day, I still listen to him. Like, I even follow the guy on Instagram. So yeah, RIP Ozzy and Hulk Hogan. Hopefully they're on to a better place. Kenneth Frazee, Focus SVT, probably 145 horsepower, but I don't have to brake for corners. And Focus SVT, is that all they make? Is that like the old Focus or the new ones? Because I thought the new ones, they were pretty fast. I've seen some videos on the new Ford Focus, and I think they're like, they have the EcoBoost engine, which I think the EcoBoost makes like 240. So I don't know. Ranger White Tee, can a 15-year-old drive on highways? Yes, as long as you're 15 and a half, you have your permit. Yo, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. My phone got too hot, so I'm gonna try to figure something else out. Let me know if the audio is wrong or something. But yeah, I don't really want to put my phone back there because the sun was hitting it. So yeah, that sucks. We were doing really good momentum on there. Let me see. How's that, guys? Is that better? Are you guys getting audio issues? Let's see. Try to cover the sun up with something so my phone doesn't get hot. So back to what we were saying. Bro, your life was stuck. I know my phone got hot, so it disconnected. So unfortunately, I'm gonna pick up where I was. So I was talking with Daniel, and he was telling me about his 75 shot S2000 with a test pipe making 300 horsepower. So let me see. I did not touch the jets. I paid somebody to install it, and they made sure. I told them I don't want to go higher than a 75 shot. But I don't know the number on the jets. If you go under, do you have a wet shot or a dry shot nitrous kit? That matters too. Because dry shots, I believe that you can make a little more with them. So let me know, because all that stuff matters. If you know, if you have 2 jets, then it's a wet shot. If you have 1, then it's a dry shot. Old on-motor Focus before the EcoBoost, they handled hilariously well in the hairpin. I know which one you're talking about, because those were actually kind of popular when I was like in high school. And I like the new ones though. The new ones with the EcoBoost engine on that little car, they put a good amount of power. Unfortunately, the live was stuck. So, but luckily I was able to pick up. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to pick up. That was the first time I've ever had a live do that to me. So yeah. So back to it. We're going to be starting the segment actually. It's almost going to be 12:30. So if you buy an EcoBoost, you're that. I'm not going to say it because I don't know if I can say it, but if nobody wants a Mustang that's not a 5.0. That's all I'm going to say. I do know 2 guys from my old job that they both had EcoBoost for some reason. One of them actually made the right choice, traded it in, and got a 5.0 now. So good for him. And he actually hit me up, and he wants to race. So you guys might see a race with the RSX against a 5.0. So, how many years a prisoner has to spend in life in prison? I don't know. That's an interesting comment right there. So yeah, if you guys want to, feel free to drop comments. Let me know. D series, B series, K series, J series, the new Civics, the new Civic SIs, the new Type Rs, the new Integra Type S, S2000s, H series, whatever you guys want. Drop it in the comments. What you guys need to do is just tell me what engine you guys have. What engine do you guys have? What mods do you guys have? If you guys can give me the brands of the mods that you guys have, it's better. As much information as you guys can give me, it'll help me. And if I'm within 5 plus or minus wheel horsepower, I want you guys to let me know. Or if I'm wrong, just tell me what you guys are actually making and let me know, because I'm trying to test my knowledge, see if I am really a Honda guy. J Poo, if you buy a muscle car, save a bit more and buy that V8. I 100% agree. Personally, I wouldn't get a V6 Camaro or like a V6 Charger, Challenger, EcoBoost Mustang. That's not for me. I'd rather just get like a regular Honda Civic and not then do that. Personally, I know a lot of people do because they do sell, since they obviously make them. But yeah, 300 wheels horsepower in an S2000 has to be fun. They are 2,900 pound cars at most, and yeah, I've actually driven an S2000 before. My friend had one, and this was a long time ago. It was a fun car. It felt really sporty. How you would shift, it felt like it came with like a short shifter from factory. It was a really nice car. I like how everything on the thing is like right there, easy to access, and it's just a small car. So, but unfortunately, have a good one, Ranger. Hopefully I can see you on next week's live. Unfortunately, my friend, they hit his car. He parked it on the street, they hit it, so that car is no longer with us, but he has a better car. Jesse, how big is it? How big is what? My 2-liter engine that I have in my RSX. But come on, guys, I am encouraging you guys to drop your builds into the chat, because I'm trying to test out my knowledge, guys. I want to see how close we are. Earlier we had a guy talking to us about his 1.5 Civic EX, and he never really told me how much he was making, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be like around the 180 to the wheels, because I think those cars from factory, they come making like 160, or they're rated for like 160. But he said he had some mods to it, so and a variable tune. So I'm gonna go ahead and guess that it might have gone up a little more, considering it's a turbo car. Those cars usually respond a little better with some mods, but yeah. My supercharged 01 Prelude is fun. That's awesome, man. I have been thinking of maybe supercharging my RSX instead of turbocharging it. I think I can find somebody to supercharge it, because that would be fun, like consistent power. There is another YouTuber, Roy the Boy, like he has a supercharged RSX, but he never posted videos on it. Like, really, he just supercharged it and then kind of just disappeared into the void. But drop some of those hearts, guys. That was awesome. I haven't been asking for them. I should, but yeah, just want to remind you guys, we're halfway through the live. If you guys can drop likes, if you guys are enjoying the live and you guys want to drop a super chat, that would be awesome. If you guys want to drop those little hearts down there, that would be awesome. Anything to show that you guys are enjoying the live and that I should be doing these more often is awesome. I see that. Keep spamming them. Spam them. They're still spamming them. Mine's made by Jackson Racing. Sure, they have it for the RSX. Yeah, I think that's the one that Roy the Boy has. I just wish he uploaded more, because he's not really uploading. I reached out to him. I wanted to, collab with him, racing with my nitrous RSX, but he never got back to me. Spam them. They're still going on. That's awesome. I got a motorcycle some years ago. I'll tell you, I might not go back to cars. You know what? I know where you're coming from. Like, to this day, my R6 is probably the fastest car I've been in, and I've been in some pretty fast cars, but the R6 was just like next level. Like, how you feel when you're in a motorcycle, it's completely different than when you're in a car. It is a lot more work, I will say that. It is a lot more work than being in a car. In a car, you could just be laying back, just chilling. In a motorcycle, you can't be doing that, because you got to be like, wherever you look is where you're gonna go. So you got to be paying attention. Is it true that B series are more expensive than K series? Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know why. You can get a K24 for like $1,100 nowadays, and if you want like a B18 off an Integra, a GSR Integra, you're gonna be paying like $3,000 to $3,500 unless you go to a junkyard and find one there. But if you find one there, you don't really know too much about it. How many miles? Yo. So, man, I don't know what's going on with my phone, but let me know, guys, any audio issues or anything. That's unfortunate. I was really looking forward to this live, so I know video's not working. I know. Let me know, how's the audio, how's everything. Everything good? Let me know in the chat. Let me know, please let me know, chat, is everything good? Get closer to the house. It's just that the sun is hitting the phone, because I try to have good lighting on here, but it hasn't happened to me yet. But yeah, let me know, is the audio good, is everything good? But yeah, so hopefully I don't get any more heating issues. No, it's just getting hot. The phone is getting hot, so it's like shutting down on me. So, but yeah, let me know, chat, please let me know, is it working now? I switched over to the passenger side where the sun's not hitting the phone directly. So, is the audio good? Let me know. Hopefully. But yeah, I haven't been. It sucks that I've been having live issues. Not cool. But yeah, let me know. Let me go back and read some of the comments from you guys. Want to buy a K20Z1 CSS? Need the money to move. I would, man, but I already have a K20Z1 on my RSX. What I am going to be doing is getting a K24 and swapping the blocks out, so I can have a K24 K20 and do better, make more power. Probably because B series engines aren't being produced anymore. Yeah, but I don't think they're making the K series anymore. But I don't know. That's really interesting, and it's been like that for years. That the B series is going for more than what the K series is. I don't know why. Usually, like the JDM engines, like the Integra Type R's and the DC5 Integra Type R engines, they're like super expensive. They're like 5-6 grand here in the States. So, and that's like around the same price if you want a GSR engine. So super interesting. It's okay now. Awesome, thank you. Ray, buddy of mine bought a CBR 1000 RR for 4K. Always felt like the bike was gonna take off from under you. I bet. I've never driven a 1000cc engine in motorcycle, but my R6, it felt exactly like you just said. It feels like it's gonna go under you. It feels like if you go full throttle, or if you make any little mistake on the throttle and you're not expecting it, yeah, that's exactly how it feels like. It feels like it's just gonna fly under you, like you're not gonna be able to keep up with it. Okay, pray for me and my family. I'm praying for you, Thomas. Hopefully everything works out for you. Awesome. Keep up the little emotes. It's always nice to see, guys. They do 70 miles per hour in the first gear, bro. Insane machines. I know. My R6 did the same thing. I would always be mind blown. Like, I can drive around the highway in first gear, and I mean, obviously it's not ideal, but you can. Might be something to invest into. B series and K series parts, future money investment. You know, I know a lot of people that do that. They'll go to like the pickup parts and like just stuff like that, and they'll buy like ECUs. They'll buy like the engines. They'll buy like just stuff like that. Stuff that is worth a lot of money, and they make a good living. So, I mean, well, they probably don't do it. It's probably not their main hustle, but it's a nice side hustle. What's up with Thomas? I'm trying to see what Thomas said. Okay, well, hopefully things work out for you, Thomas. Again, back to the title of the video, guys. We're in the segment now where I want to see the viewers drop some setups on the comments, and I'm gonna try to guess if like your wheel horsepower. So again, D series, B series, K series, J series, new Civics, new Type R. Let me know. I'm curious to see how good I can do when it comes to just guessing your guys' wheel horsepower. Let me know the brands if you guys can. Let me know if it's tuned, especially if it's tuned. If it's tuned, it's gonna change it for me big time. Like, because a car that's just has an intake, header, and exhaust, and is untuned, is probably going to be making it less than a car that is tuned. So that matters. So yeah, let me know, guys. C West body kits are desirable. I know that front bumpers are nice. Which one's the C West? Um, you know what body kit that I do like is, I think it's the DA Integra, like the little Integra, like the '90s Integra. They those look really nice. I thought about getting one, honestly, when I was in high school. I wanted one. But I don't know. But they were super small, and the reason I didn't get like a '90s Honda is just because they always get stolen here. Like even my RSX, like people have tried to get in them. I have it like under surveillance 24/7. Like I have cameras, and people in the middle of the nights, they're always going in there trying to get in there, trying to see if I left the door unlocked, or seeing what's in there, if they can get in there. That's why now I bought a nice car cover, and I just keep it hidden and try to keep it away from those people, because here in California there's a lot of thieves, and especially for like cars like that, people always try to take them just because they know that they're worth something and they're easy to get rid of. So bone stock 1997 Civic with hella stickers and carbon fiber gas cap. I bet you didn't know this, man, but I had a bone stock 1996 that used to backfire, and it's not because it was tuned. I'm pretty sure that's a D series car, I'm gonna say. But you got sticks and a carbon fiber gas cap. I'm gonna give it a solid, how many miles? Because if it has over 200, I'm gonna go ahead a solid 120 to the wheels, and I'm pretty close, because my 1996, I don't know what was wrong with it. I took it to like 2 shops, and after that I kind of just gave up on the car. I was like, screw it. I paid $500 for the Civic. When I used to commute to go home, I used to hit this incline on the freeway, and it used to get stuck. I used to have to floor it, and then it would drop a gear, and it would backfire loud. Needless to say, the car lasted me 6 months, and then I got rid of it because it broke. It wouldn't start no more. It would start and then turn off, start and then turn off, start and then turn off. I was like, I paid $500. I'm not gonna pay a shop more than that. It's time to move on. That's when I got an Accord, and that Accord lasted me a long time. 250,000 miles. Yeah, you're probably I'm gonna say 130 to the wheels. And that's if it runs good. Like there's no burning oil, none of that stuff. It's actually 5 horsepower, but it feels like 500. Nice one, guy. Nice one, Ray. But I hope you enjoy it, man. Hey, I had the 4-door. I liked it because it was a 4-door, and you can still, I mean, it's a car. You can still throw stuff in there. Like I liked it. No regrets on any of the cars I've gotten. I've always gotten my money's worth out of the cars that I've gotten. I've never bought a car and then, well, actually, I guess the BMW is different, but I've always like bought my cars and then felt like I got my money's worth out of them, and then I moved on. But yeah, guys, drop it in the comments what your setup is, like your mods list. If you guys want me to guess your horsepower, drop it now. Now's the time. I also wanted to come on here and talk to you guys and ask you guys, what is the most underrated mod? And this will go, and I don't want to say power adders like nitrous, supercharger, procharger, or any of that stuff, turbos, anything like that. I want to go more like to the basics. Is it like an intake? Is it a header? Is it an exhaust? A straw shifter? Smaller stuff like that. I hope you guys get the idea of where I'm trying to go with it. Because I was thinking about it, like in my RSX, if I had to say one mod, or maybe even coilovers. Coilovers is a good one. Coilovers is top 3 for sure, because coilovers will change the car, how it drives, but it could also not be what you're looking for. So yeah, let me know, guys, what is the most underrated mod? In my opinion, a mod that's not going to be too expensive, but the average person can put on their car with basic tools. I'm stuck between either an intake or just an off-the-shelf tune from like a solid company that could really do good. Maybe like a Honda for your like Hondas. Ray brought up a good point right now. Most underrated mods are reliability mods, in my opinion, like oil catch cans for direct injected engines. That's a good point, man. I didn't think about like reliability. Um, but yeah, that's actually a really good point. Now you got me thinking: is an intake really that good? I say spark plugs, intake, and exhaust. Hmm. That's not a bad list. But I am like intake and exhaust. Uh, that's where I was like between, or maybe even coilovers. Coilovers if you don't daily the car, but if you daily the car, I probably wouldn't put any coilovers on a car that I wanted daily, especially like on a car that like I know like I drive a lot and stuff. Wouldn't do that. Sway bars, you know what? That's what I did on my RSX. I bought sway bars for it. Thick or rear sway bar is the best Civic mod in my honest opinion. I'm gonna have to disagree, man, because when I did the sway bar on my RSX, I did not notice anything. I used to all back when I did it, I used to always go to the canyons and drive those curvy canyon roads. But I remember I spent like $1,000. I got the one under the hood. I got the one that sits behind the seats. I got the one that sits behind the seats and like in the trunk. And I put them all on. I tightened them up. I did everything. And then I'm like, all right, this thing is gonna be super stiff. No more body roll, nothing. Personally, it was the same for me, and I felt like I was like, waste of money. Honestly, I wish I would have bought like coilovers with that money instead, and then not gotten those sway bars. Personally, but that's just me. Y'all living that fake wannabe fast and furious life, I guess, Tony. But yeah. So I would say personally, most underrated mod is an intake because it does improve airflow, and you don't really need a tune for it. So honestly, I think that's the best first mod for like any like one of those cars. Ray, reliability and comfort mods don't get the same love as power mods. Agree. And same with like upgrading your brakes, man. People will modify a car to do 400 or 500 horsepower and then have like stock brakes that they haven't even looked at, and like, or safety mods too. Like I wanted to get a roll cage in my RSX just because after my first accident I realized that a small car is not that ideal to be getting into accidents with because it hurts. But yeah, I would say, actually I would probably have to, now that I'm thinking about it, I would probably upgrade my brakes first before even putting an intake on. Because yeah, you want to be 100% sure on your equipment if you're going to be doing anything crazy, especially if you're doing it on public roads. Like I don't want to be sharing the road with somebody who's put $3,000-4,000 into power mods and hasn't even been up to date on their brakes or anything like that. So I would keep that in mind. So now I'm stuck between either an intake or like upgrading brakes to some, maybe like some good rotors and some good pads. Imagine trying to stop 400 horsepower with tiny brakes. I know. And I've seen other RSX out there, like base model RSX with the base model brakes, that they're stopping the car like that, and I'm just like, I wouldn't do that. I mean, I'm sure it's doing it now, but what if it's a super hot day and you're trying to do it and you press the brakes and there's nothing there? You don't want to be there. Life be stressful these days. A chill interior would be awesome. Yeah, that's one thing that is like really nice. Like when I bought the STI and I used to daily drive the STI, I that's one thing I used to know. Like you don't really hear any sounds from outside or anything. Like they do really good on the insulation. So like that's and the interior, like the comfort, how you feel the road, like it just feels different than when you're in like an older car with like an outdated interior. Like yeah, I know where you're coming from. Um, Kenneth Phrase. My 95 Civic had the Progress 24mm bar in the back, and I drove sideways everywhere. This guy in his 95 Civic. That's awesome, man. I'm glad that you enjoyed it, because I enjoyed mine too. Even though it was a hoopty, I've had quite a few hoopties in my life. So, but that was the one that lasted me the least. So, but it was worth its money. I paid the least for it too. DR Fliz Project Van. I call it the work van. Lapis number 2, pencil number 2, 100. Yep. So let me see. I was honestly hoping somebody would come on here and tell me they had a J series with some mods. I was really trying to guess on the J series, because J series, you don't really see them that much. I knew a guy who had an EF Civic, and he crammed in there a J series. Do you watch South Park? Not now, but I used to. If you guys look at my keychain when I'm on my Honda Grom, I have a little towel, and he's high, and I keep that on my Honda Grom. I don't know. I thought it was funny, but I like that. And yeah, I enjoy South Park. But yeah, I guess that's gonna be it for this week's live, guys. Unfortunately, we had some good momentum in the beginning, but you know, the phone kept overheating. You killed Kenny, you bastard. I like Kenny. Kenny was cool. He dies every episode, but it's cool. But yeah, unfortunately, I had hiccups with the live, so I might try this again, because we did have some good momentum in there. Please shout me out. My name is Jimmy Petersburg. I'm a fan of you. It's my birthday. I want to please get a shout out. Happy birthday, Jimmy. Hope you have a solid birthday. If you guys enjoyed the live, please leave a like and subscribe. I appreciate it, because we did break the like goal of 15 likes. We are at 19. If you guys are watching the replay, also feel free to leave a like. I enjoy that. We hit 20. Somebody just liked it. That's awesome, guys. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the live. I will be making some changes for next week to try and avoid the issues that I had this week with this week's live. Turn notifications on, guys, because somebody was on here saying that they weren't getting notified about my lives. So I want to make sure that everybody who wants to watch the lives and participate in them has the opportunity, and the best way is to either have notifications on and just be on the lookout for my channel. I schedule out my lives usually like on the beginning of the week, either Monday, Tuesday. Once I know what time I'll be able to come on here. So yeah, that's the best way to do it. And even then, YouTube doesn't always do the best job at that. But yeah, I appreciate everyone who came on to the live, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good weekend. I'm not sure if the live next week is going to be Friday, and it might be a completely different scene. I might be doing something else. So yeah, but I will try to participate more, like do more engaging things like I did today, where I hear from you guys. You guys can drop stuff in your comments and stuff, and I'll participate. Cheers from Ox. Is that Oxnard? MAGA lover. I don't like to get political on YouTube. SoCal. Cheers. Have a good weekend, guys. I'm out. Peace.